The first stroke we are going to cover is the butterfly. After the start, and at each turn, the swimmer's shoulders must be at or past vertical toward the breast. This swimmer is past vertical toward the back. This is illegal. After the start and each turn, the swimmer is allowed one or more leg kicks, but only one arm pull under the water. This pull must bring the swimmer to the surface. As mentioned, a swimmer may kick as many times as they like underwater, as long as the swimmer's head breaks the surface before or at the 15-meter mark. The 15-meter mark should be well marked on the lane lines so the official can clearly see if a swimmer is submerged longer than 15 meters. The official at the end of the pool should observe the swimmer from over the lane. If the swimmer kicks out on her side, the official must determine that the swimmer is not past vertical toward the back. To determine if the swimmer is past vertical toward the back or breast, the official must observe the relative position of the upper shoulder to the lower shoulder. Sometimes the distortion from the water's surface and the movement of the water can interfere with an observation. From the side of the pool, it is not always possible to observe the swimmers until they have broken the surface before or at the 15-meter mark. Both arms must be brought forward over the water and pulled back simultaneously. Both of these swimmers are complying with the rule. This swimmer is swimming the butterfly illegally because the arms are not moving simultaneously. In the butterfly, the arms must recover over the water. All up and down movements of the legs and feet must be simultaneous. One foot may be higher than the other. If the foot position changes, the official must observe an alternating action for a disqualification. This swimmer is legal. This is an example of observable alternating action and is a violation. A scissors or breaststroke kicking movement is not permitted. From the side of the pool, the best position to observe a butterfly race is slightly behind the slowest swimmer with a clear view of all the assigned lanes. When the swimmer comes to a turn or finish, the body will be on the breast. The touch shall be made at the turn or finish with both hands simultaneously at, above, or below the water's surface. The hands don't have to be on the same plane, but must touch simultaneously. That is, one hand can be above the water and one below, as long as the hands touch at the same time. Remember, you judge the touch by the hands. After the last pull into the wall, you are not concerned with the position of the shoulders, as long as the swimmer remains at or past vertical toward the breast. Once the two-hand touch has been made, the swimmer may turn in any manner desired. The shoulders must be at or past vertical toward the breast when the swimmer leaves the wall. It is important to watch a turn closely. The turn judge at the end of the pool should observe that the swimmer uses proper stroke into the wall. When the eyes shift from the full body to the two-hand touch, they should not shift back. It is important that the official focus on the actual touch, because many swimmers touch the wall very quickly with both hands, and then one hand will immediately leave the wall. In other words, both hands touch, but one hand just brushes the wall and then is off again. An official observing the turn too late may wrongly think the swimmer didn't touch with two hands and make an incorrect call. When the swimmer leaves the wall, the official should watch the feet leave the wall and then check to see that the proper body position has been attained. Remember, if you are not completely sure of what you observed, then the swimmer gets the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes, a swimmer will miscalculate their distance from the wall and make an underwater recovery to make up the distance. This is not legal because once a backwards pull has begun, it must be followed by an overwater recovery. All of these swimmers are in violation since backwards pulls are started but are not followed by an overwater recovery. You should be able to recognize the infractions. We'll start with the butterfly. Here are 5 different swimmers. You make the call. Swimmer number 1. Swimmer number 2. Swimmer number 3. Swimmer number 4. Swimmer number 5. Let's see how you did. Swimmer number 1's arms are not moving in a simultaneous manner. This is not legal. Swimmer number 2 is doing an underwater recovery. This is not legal. Swimmer number 3 is swimming legally. Swimmer number 4 does a one-hand touch. This is illegal. Swimmer number 5 is not passed vertical toward the breast when leaving the wall. This too is not legal. Did you do okay with the butterfly? Good. Here